Welcome to Power Your Life Today. I'm Kristy Jo, Mind and Body Strategist. Let's talk about when we blame other people, and let's try to come up with a solution for how to stop blaming others and take responsibility. Now, when we are finding ourselves blaming other people or events or circumstances and not taking responsibility, let's look at the underlying emotion. Usually, we're feeling defensive. We might feel like someone attacked us, and so we immediately deflect and blame something because we don't want to own up to the fact that we maybe made a mistake, or we're just not rising to the occasion to do what we need to do. You might be feeling ashamed, guilty, just anything. It's not a good feeling. It's a kind of closed feeling. So I like to think of it that anytime we are shifting blame or we are deflecting, it's kind of like throwing darts. So other people are pointing those darts or throwing those darts at you, and if we're not willing to stand up and take responsibility and own up to what we're doing or not doing, then we're just simply taking those darts and throwing them somewhere else. Well, this is a society where we're all throwing darts. Everybody's throwing darts. And as human beings, we need something to blame. We need something to explain that there's a reason this happened. So it's either we're going to blame something else or we're going to stand up and take responsibility. How can you start taking responsibility for the things that you say you will do, for the intentions that you set? Let's talk about a few things that maybe you have gone through or maybe you can learn from. Just yesterday, I was teaching dance, and two of my young dancers walked in a few minutes late, and I like my dancers to be very punctual. We like to start on time. And from the front of the studio where I was stretching the class, I said, "Why are we late?" And they immediately called back, "Well, our mom didn't put our stuff in the car, and she didn't put our food in there, so we had to stop for food." What had those dancers done? They had blamed the parent. Now, they're young and they're learning, so this is just a learning opportunity. And later I spoke with them and said, well, what did we learn about this situation? Is it mom's fault that we're late? Or what if we were to stand up and take responsibility and we were to make sure we had the food in the car? We made sure we had our clothes in the car ready to go. Then we could be on time and not disturb the class by coming a few minutes late. Taking responsibility. A few days ago, I was on the phone with one of my nutrition clients, and she was explaining to me how her friends and her family are constantly doing get-togethers and events, and just food is a big part of their family. And so she was explaining why she wasn't complying to her nutritional strategy we had put forth together that would help her body heal from the problems she's experiencing. She explained, she essentially blamed. You know, excuses are excuses if we're not willing to stand up and take responsibility. I helped her understand that at the end of the day, no matter what is going on around us, whether or not you have family or friends bringing the food in and making it hard because there's influence, perhaps even verbal pressure, like, come on, you don't really have to eat healthy. How many of you have experienced that? But instead of being influenced by those, you make these decisions from within. And you come to the table owning your decisions. And you say, this is who I am, what I'm going to do. So my client made a decision during our conversation that she would go to those parties, she would go to those events with intention that it wasn't about everybody else making it hard for her, that she would come with strength on the inside because she knows what she wants. So whatever situations you are going through, whether it's work situations that maybe you're making mistakes or not paying attention, or you're being distracted because of social media, or your phone is going off. We need to review our How to Get Over Distractions power session. Whether it's in your relationship and we're blaming and attacking, whether it's with children and we're blaming other situations for what they're doing, whatever is going on, just take a look inside at everything going on in your life and ask yourself, how can I stop blaming other people or events and take control of my decisions? Own yourself. Own your life. When you stand up and bring yourself to the table, that's when you live an intentional life, a powerful life. And that is what we are about. So stop blaming others, rise to the occasion, and power your life today. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, please share it with one person who comes to mind. Investing in yourself is the best investment you're ever going to make, because when you improve your life, everybody around you improves their lives too. Subscribe to this channel so you are really sure to catch our next power session together, so you can continue to power your life to one of more service, value, and love. Until then, power your life today.